September 27, the 3rd. I'm Nellie and I'm the eldest of the 10 Breytenbachs. I was born in Rietvlei, the present Centurion. Me and my mother stayed there for 4 years by ourselves. My father was the farmer for 5 farms for the rich Erasmuses all around Centurion. And then he also had the farm next to President Jannie Smuts. I grew up as a very happy girl, spoiled those days. And when the old man of the Erasmuses, he passed away early. And the old auntie Erasmus promised my dad he will inherit the farm Rooikop. And we moved to Rooikop.
Now, whereabouts is Rooikop?
Rooikop is somewhere from the Rietvlei Dam. And Bert and Mani and Carlina and you were born there. But then I was 5.5 years older than Wynand. And we had lovely time there. My mother farmed with geese, millions, hundreds, thousands of them. On the dam, it was, you couldn't even see the water. All you saw was just the geese, the white geese. And one year, the present king, queen, her mother and father, and Elizabeth and Margaret came to visit President Jannie Smuts. And they saw all the white geese on the dam. And they asked if they can come over just to have a look there. So they came over. My mother had all the little ones in the courtyard. She was feeding them there. They are yellow when they are just hatched. And I had a handshake from Elizabeth. Yeah, and it was so wonderful. And my dad also had to take them around with a trappie. You know what the trappie is?
No.
It's a small cart with horses. The 2 girls and of course the supervisor, whatever, to look at all the animals there. And by the time that Hannes was born, the old lady passed away, and she never mentioned in her will that my dad must inherit that farm. So in a matter of a month, we had to move out of that beautiful house to a scrappy place for in between. And Hannes was still a toddler that crawled around. And Mani and my brother Wynand, they were fixing their bicycles. And they had paraffin in a cold drink bottle to fix the bicycle tubes. And in the meantime, my poor brother Hannes thought it was cold drink, and he swallowed that paraffin. We nearly lost him. My mother just gave him a whole lot of milk to swallow. And the neighbors that was not staying far away from us, they took him and my mother to Nylstrom Hospital. And the doctor there said if she didn't give him the milk, he would have been dead because everything would have burned around. And then it was two people, Oom Frank and Auntie Nellie. They had no children. And they begged my mother for harness. They said, I will give you so much money, just give us this boy. And my mother and father said, no money can buy my children. So we stayed about 2 years there, and there is where my dad lost most of his money. He lost the bakkie, he lost the car he had, we lost all the nice furniture that my mother got, because we moved from there to Rietvlei with one wagon. So what could be fitted on the wagon, that is what went with. And from there on, it was difficult times. And you know, by that time, I was a teenager. So I was very rebellious, because I only knew the best. And now, my mother had to make me panties from milli-meal bags. Those days you got it in material bags. So my panties was made with that. And we were in the hostel there, and we walked 3 Ks to the school, and then back to the hostel. I was there till grade 8. At those days, grade 8 was still in the primary school. And then from there I went to Bronkhorstspruit, and I stayed with my father's brother, Flippy, because he owed a lot of money to my dad, and I said I can stay there. So I stayed there till matric, but I had to travel 5 kilos with a bicycle to school, and then I come back, have my lunch, back to school, because I was mad about my athletics. I was taking part in everything. I got the Victress Ladorm in primary school, and I got it in high school, in grade 10. And then from there on, I had to work very hard. I couldn't do the athletics anymore. So from there on, when I'd done all the matric, I came home and I thought, Lord, what now? What am I going to do on the farm? And that same Christmas, my mother's half-sister, they came to visit. And when Bram said to me, Nellie, pack your bags. I had nothing to pack. And come with me, I'll get you a job in Johannesburg. So he got me a job in United Tobacco Company as a clerk to do the weekly wages. And it was about a year. Then Fred came along in his holiday, because he was in the Air Force. He came to work during his holiday at the United Tobacco Company. And every Wednesday, when I go around to collect the clock cards, to calculate the wages, he was eyeing me, and then he just kept on asking me, and eventually I agreed to go out with him. So from there on, we were only for about 9 months. Then we got engaged and I got married, and that is how my life as a single ended.
What year did you get married?
55 April.
April 55.
Yeah.
How old were you? Got married?
I was 19.
Oh, very young.
Yeah. I was 19. Yeah. Because I actually had to get married. I had nowhere to stay.
Yes.
My uncle, they sold their house. My grandma also stayed in a flat behind the house. She moved, so I had nowhere to go and stay. I stayed for 3 months in the YWCA,
Oh, yeah.
but that was a disaster. The men just came through the windows in there to the girls. And I thought, no, Fred, that is it. We gotta get married. I wanna get out here. So we got married, and luckily, 61 years later, we're still married.
Nice.
Amen.
Congratulations. Since then, your life started.
All right. Very nice. Thank you, Nellie.